In a world covered by endless night, in a place where fear and despair thrive, in a time when all hope seems lost, two individuals arise to stand firm, resist the darkness, and light the beacons of hope to humanity. To the free people of the future, the courage of these two will mark them as heroes. To everyone else, they will simply be known as Nobodies.
Hello, YouTube, and I guess by the time we're posting this, it'll be Columbus Day-ish, and that's exactly what we're talking about today, Columbus Day, and how exactly pointless the holiday is. There's so many myths surrounding Columbus, it's kind of ridiculous. First of all, and this is the one I always get annoyed with the most, Columbus did not figure out the Earth was round. Every educated person since Pythagoras knew that. The only reason no one listened to him, everyone thinks, people were saying the Earth was flat, that's why no one supported him. No, it's because he thought the Earth was smaller than it actually was, which he was still wrong. He did horrible math, and he crash landed here anyway. How is that an achievement? I honestly don't know.
There's a great book out there called, there's a series. There's like 1421, 1430 something. It's a series of books written by this guy, and he was speculating that the Chinese were actually the first people over here. He talks about Zheng He and the treasure fleets that go around. But one of his theories was that the Chinese actually made it over here way before Columbus, and it's a pretty good read. I think it's 1421. Let me look it up. I got the internet.
1421 the year?
Yeah, the year.
Okay, because I know the Vikings were around here about 1000.
That's another, the Leif Erikson?
Yes.
That's another one. Let me look it up though, 1420.
Yeah, see, we're talking about Western people here, YouTubers. Columbus wasn't the first one. The Vikings were here long before he did. They just didn't stay here because it was just too darn hard to start a colony here back with, the resources they had at the time. And
yeah, 1421. The year China discovered the world. Pretty cool book. I think I had one that was later. It was like 1480 something. I don't know. Anyway. My thing about Columbus is just what a bad person he was.
yes.
Like, regardless, I mean, he found the new world for Europe or whatever we want to say, but he did some terrible things. Like,
very horrible things.
really, really bad things that I'm not okay with, and I'm not okay having a holiday in his name. I mean, I could go into detail for everybody who doesn't know, but Columbus obviously came over here looking for gold, kind of like Pocahontas in the movie. When they dig for gold and there isn't any. I think he landed around Cuba somewhere.
Yeah, it was in the Caribbean.
It was in the Caribbean. There wasn't a lot of gold. Well, he forced all the villagers to become his slaves and basically murdered them if they didn't find him gold. The problem was there wasn't a lot of gold there. I mean, there was a little bit, and that was kind of to the Indians' detriment. I guess I shouldn't call them Indians. The
Native Americans.
Native population there. They brought back a little bit of gold, which led him to believe that there was more gold, so he treated them even worse. And when I say worse, I mean like he had a daily quota, and if they didn't fulfill that, he'd lop off their hands, or he'd torture them and burn them with hot irons and coals. I mean, it's just sick stuff, dude. And then the ones that did survive, the torturing and the beating, died off by disease.
Columbus Day!
Columbus Day! Yes!
I honestly still don't know why we keep this thing around. But
Seattle.
yeah, I'm gonna bring that up actually. I remember you telling me about that. They apparently changed Columbus Day to Native American Day.
Native American Day.
Which I want a thumbs up and a thumbs down at the same time. Because first thumbs down, I don't like Christopher Columbus. I think we should get rid of it. But to name it Native American Day, that's sort of saying like, hypothetically speaking, let's say we had like History of Slavery Month, and then we decided to make that Black History Month just to spite it. I mean, it's kind of in poor taste. I mean, I understand it's kind of like replacing, Columbus was horrible, so the people he oppressed, we're going to replace that with their day. But at the same time, I just don't think that's still in good taste. What I would have done, honestly, was get rid of the holiday and move Native American Day to some other day. Just completely disassociate it with it at all. Because first of all, I mean, do we really want to associate Christopher Columbus with Native Americans? I mean, that's what's coming down to that. I think we should focus more on the positive things than the negative things.
Well, okay. There's actually an Italian group, I don't know if you read the article, there's an Italian group protesting the fact that they changed it to Native American Day because they say it discriminates against them. And my point of view is all these holidays. I mean, everything. Black History Month. There's all sorts of ones. I can't think of anything. There's Pacific Islander. There's Hispanic.
That exists?
Yes, it exists.
I was only aware of Black History Month.
There's a month for everything. There's a day for everything. And my point of view is like, you know, these Italians are saying, well, that discriminates against us. And it's like, dude, every sort of holiday like that discriminates against somebody.
Yeah.
I think we should just get rid of them. I think the whole idea is silly. The idea of like, well, it's this race's month.
Yeah.
That's so racist.
It actually is racist. That's the irony of it all.
So
I mean, people like to say, you know, we should celebrate diversity and whatnot, which we should, but at the same time, I mean, is it really bad to say we're all human beings, let's not focus on our differences in those regards? I mean, that's where I come from. I don't really care about anyone's ethnic background whatsoever. I mean, we're all human beings, and we just focus on that.
yeah.
That's my spiel on the whole thing. So I mean, it's kind of counterproductive, because when you start embracing diversity too much, you're saying that we're different, yet saying we're different is racist. I mean, you...
Yeah. Well, it's like you can't just have one month dedicated to somebody and not shut other people out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a we're special month. And when you do that, you're promoting somebody above another person.
Yeah, exactly.
Which the government especially shouldn't be doing that. So, I mean, if you're part of a tribe or whatever, you know, a culture, and you want to have your own little month and celebrate within your group, that's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know? I'll come and join you if that's cool. I like to party. But, you know, to have the government specify a class of people and say, all right, guys, it's your month. That's kind of, I don't know, I think that's wrong.
It is. That the practice itself is just something that's kind of insipid. Because again, if we're talking about, because we're talking about federal holidays, right? Federal things. So it's about the nation as a whole, which again, that goes well behind what I was saying about us being unity. We're Americans, we're human beings. We should focus more on that. But if you want to have your niche groups, which is perfectly acceptable, and have, you know, want to celebrate our culture, our diversity, and our little sector, that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, America is America because we have different cultures all over the place, and that's awesome. But if you want to have the government mandate that, I think that just sends a kind of a bad message that people aren't really saying that.
Yeah, they're not. Nope.
But there's 100 different things worse than that. I mean, we're just, you know, small balling it today. So
this is important.
So, other dumb holidays. Well, we celebrate Labor Day but not going to work. That makes complete sense.
We celebrate the birth of a poor carpenter who shunned earthly possessions by giving everyone presents.
And his resurrection with bunnies who apparently lay eggs.
Chocolate.
I don't understand the logic behind that at all.
Maybe because Jesus rose from the dead and that was magical, and bunnies laying chocolate eggs is magical. Hey, I'm trying.
I really want to know where the hell that tradition came from, seriously. You think it'd be more random than that.
I get the bunnies, and I get the eggs, right? Because it's spring, it's life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of a pagan thing, but like you said, where did the eggs come from the bunnies? Like, where did that come from? Like, that's just weird. The thing that gets me, though, okay, a lot of people, they say this is a Christian nation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got Christmas, right? Which, in my opinion, you're doing it wrong. You're giving a bunch of presents and stuff, but whatever. Well, we also celebrate Halloween, which is all witches and ghosts and devils, and everybody seems pretty cool with it. So it's like, polar opposites.
Well, you see, the reason behind that is because we get to feed kids candy. We feed kids candy, they get cavities. They get cavities, dentists make money. That's where it's all coming from, it's dentists.
Yes, it is a dental conspiracy. You heard it first here on Nobodies.
In case you guys haven't noticed, this isn't a serious episode. We're just having fun.
Why not?
But seriously, the dentists. Bunny ranchers. That's the reason that Easter has bunnies.
Bunny ranchers.
Yes, people who raise bunnies.
Oh. You know, they're pretty hard to raise, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they die. It's like they were designed to die. It's pretty sad.
That's really just a sad thing that you just try to ruin right here.
I'm sorry.
I'm highly tempted to edit this out, but I'm probably not going to.
No, don't. No, keep it. I'm not going to go into details because it'd be depressing, but those of you who have owned rabbits, you know how fragile they are. And it's not sad. Or it is sad. It's not good. Moving on. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of these holidays are ridiculous. And, I mean, a lot of people, it just boils down to tradition.
Yeah.
Which is funny because when you look at, like, American holidays in particular, they've changed so much. Like, Halloween, I guess trick-or-treating didn't start till, like, the 50s? Pretty early. Before, it was just kind of a... People would have, like a carnival thing, you know, hay rides and stuff like that. It was almost like a fall festival. Trying to remember here. There was some company that started making costumes, and they're the ones that made trick-or-treating popular.
Thanksgiving is pretty much pre-Christmas shopping.
Okay, yeah, and that, dude, that one bothers me the most. Is a holiday dedicated to family and caring and giving. What Christmas should be, is ignored by everybody.
Yep.
You know, completely. I mean, hello. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the irony of it all.
Yeah, it's like the holiday that that the stores should be promoting, and, you know, family,
Well,
and...
the stores kind of are, that's the point.
I've never seen a store promote Thanksgiving. Like,
Well, no, it's called Black Friday.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Jerks. And it's... Yeah. Consumerism.
Yep.
The only one I can see, like, is the 4th of July. That's been with us since the beginning, since the inception of America.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's... pretty much hasn't changed very much.
No.
I mean, you know, hot dogs and hamburgers, but
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Well, except 4th of July is kind of sad nowadays.
Yeah, 4th of July is sad.
Another time. People are probably wondering what the hell we're talking about right now. It's just kind of sad of how free we aren't. But, I mean, we're freer than North Korea, so, I mean, to an extent we shouldn't complain.
So we should be happy and optimistic. Yes.
That we have dumb taxes that go to fund dumb programs that tell us what to do when they shouldn't be telling us what to do.
Or departments that waste billions of dollars in taxpayer money.
Or spy on us.
Or spy on us.
Or drop bombs pointlessly.
Or bail out banks.
Or bail out banks. Yeah, of course. That's what taxpayer dollars monies are for.
Yep, that's
Bail out the banks.
That's why we pay taxes. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I went to DC a couple of months ago, went to one of the museums, and they were showing an old Mickey Mouse cartoon. I think it was Donald Duck. Anyway, it was Disney. And they were saying how unpatriotic it was not to pay our taxes because that means the Nazis have more money than us.
Oh, good lord.
We're not too far away from that. Ish. You know, remember, Burger King decided to move to Canada. Oh my god, how unpatriotic they are. No one really...
They got so much hate for that. And it was like, dude, I try to pay the least amount of taxes that I can. What's wrong with them doing it?
Yeah.
Why don't you stop hating on Burger King
and start wondering why Canada is more economical?
Yeah. Stop hating on Burger King. Start hating on taxes or U.S. tax law. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah.
No.
So now that we've gone onto like every single other tangent other than Columbus Day.
That's true. This is supposed to be about Columbus Day. Columbus killed Indians. Disease. Then we came. Yeah. That's about it. He sailed back.
And became a legend.
Because
he did bad math and treated people horribly.
There was... Oh, hang on. Before we go. There was a friar. Let me see if I can find him. Columbus. There was a friar who went down there and saw how badly the Indians were being treated. Bartolome what? Let's see. Bartolome de las Casas. He actually had slaves. After witnessing the violent atrocities committed against the natives, he gave up his land, freed his slaves, became a priest, and spent the rest of his life fighting the brutal colonization of the New World. So, Bartolome de las Casas. If we want to have a day,
Make it after that guy.
make it after that guy.
Yeah.
Google it. He's a pretty sweet dude.
So that's the moral of today's story.
Yes.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed us watching us rant over about random things today.
This was a very productive show. All right, we covered a lot of ground. I mean, I'd say that this is one for the record books, just as we nailed it out of the park with this one. All right.
All right, so thank you for watching Nobodies, and next time it'll be even more awesome.
And subscribe. All right, right now we've got 2, and we're going up from there. All right, nowhere but up. We're on a way to YouTube domination.
One day we'll name this show Somebodies. That's when you know people gotta look out for us.
Indeed.
All right, till next time.
Thanks for watching.